welcome to my channel, Live in the Solution. I'm Mary Trimble and I'm here with your readings for this week, the week of April the 16th through April the 22nd. So if you haven't been here before, welcome. These readings are general readings. If you would like a personal reading, the information will be in the description box below. So take what resonates with you and leave the rest. If you're returning, welcome back and thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you. I would be really grateful, most appreciative if you would like my videos, share them on your social media, comment. I read every comment, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. Also follow me on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, and those links will be below also. What else? I have a Patreon page. It's another way that you can support me. So please check out my Patreon page. That link will be below, and it's also on my YouTube channel on that page. So without further ado, let's go into, first of all, I want to talk about the astrology, what's going on with the transits this week, and it's crazy. This month is very powerful, let me put it that way. So we have a new moon on the 15th, which I talked about in Aries, which I talked about last week, but this is like really a huge kind of energy, this new moon. So we're going to feel it. It's happening at 9:57 p.m. Sunday. I'm recording this on Saturday, so it's happening at 9:57 on Sunday. We're really going to feel it. We'll feel it for all week. We really will. So now let me go to my notes. Also at the same time on Sunday, Monday, we have Mercury stationing, ready to go direct. So we're going to feel that energy. So it has to stop before it goes direct. It's been in retrograde, as you all know. At this time, we have 8 planets in cardinal signs. You know, cardinal signs are the spark, the starting of something, right? It's the beginning of something. It's about action, going forward. So this is and this new moon, it's a really good thing, time to start something. It's really good to make plans, to start something, if you've been thinking about a business, starting a business, if you've been thinking about getting a job, applying for jobs, things like that, just starting something is a really good time. Now, Chiron, the wounded healer, is at the last degrees of Pisces. It's getting ready to change signs. Now this is huge, right? Chiron is the wounded healer, and it's getting ready to move into Aries. It's going to be in Aries till the year 2027. Huge. It's a big. So the focus, listen, Pam Gregory talks about this a lot. She's an amazing astrologer. She's studied all these patterns, what we call mundane astrology, which is about, you know, politics and world events. So she talks about in the last time Chiron moved into Aries was in 1968, and that was a really turbulent, revolutionary kind of year. We had Martin Luther King was assassinated. We had protests around the world, anti-protests, anti-war protests. I mean, it was a very kind of revolutionary, people standing up and telling how we feel, and we are moving into that kind of energy again, and that's very apparent with the students, for Never Again, Me Too, all that kind of revolutionary standing up to be heard, you know, the abuse of power around the world, and Pam Gregory talks about that a lot, so you might want to check her out because she goes into it in great detail, and it's fascinating, it really is. Now, so Chiron moving into Aries is about taking responsibility for our own health and wellness, and really looking at our power and you know, where we, you know, how we can change and improve. Now, on the 19th, we have the sun entering into Taurus, right? So that's another shift in energy. We've gone from this fiery get up and go to this more relaxed, grounded energy, you know, more patient, more planning and, you know, hard working and manifesting energy. On the 18th, Saturn moves retrograde. Now that will help us with patience and determination. Now these, and also on the 22nd, right, Pluto goes retrograde too. So that's taking a look at our internal power and focusing on self-sufficiency. These are slow planets, but this week we'll feel that very big shift in energy. I think we'll all feel it. It's about getting up, it's about doing things, it's about moving forward, and it's about taking action. So that's what I have to say about the astrology. I will talk about the full moon in next week's astrology report. So that's the end of the report. Thank you so much. And let's go to your reading, shall we? Hello, Aquarius, and welcome to your reading for April the 16th through April the 22nd. And the first card that comes up for you guys is the Four of Cups. This means that you're not kind of focused. You're kind of this is almost like lamenting that things haven't turned out the way that you wanted them to, or kind of a disappointment, or you're comparing yourself to others, your life to someone else's, you're thinking about stuff that you can't have, and you're not looking at the gifts that's going on in your life. So this is about being distracted and in your head. Now, clarifying it is the Nine of Water, darling. That's like dreams come true. So it's about really, I am really getting you need to look at your glass as half full, not half empty. And you need to kind of come back into the present moment and not be distracted, because right now, this week, you're going to have a tendency to be distracted. Bring yourself back, Aquarius. You know, focus on the moment and what's going on, and look at your life, look at what you have in life, and be in gratitude. Now you have, the next card you have is the Ace of Wands. This is a wonderful opportunity. And look, there is a butterfly, which means change is happening for you. Now, this is like a creative opportunity, something that's kind of just sprouting up. It's like the start of it's like the spark of a big fire. So this is like a brilliant kind of idea, creative, some kind of creative opportunity is coming up for you. And, you know, you need to be in the present moment in order to see this. And this is a wonderful opportunity for change. You know, with the butterfly there, it's indicating that this is an incredible, really good change in your life, right, Aquarius? And clarifying that is the Eight of Fire. This is like things will happen really fast, like really fast. So it's about being focused on the moment, because this is a wonderful opportunity that's going to come in really fast and passionate. So it's really important to take note and be present in the moment. Now, don't freak out. You have two cards that came up in the next position. And there's no time. This is fluid. You know, this could happen. This could happen at the beginning of the week or the end of the week or the middle of the week. It's time fluid, right? You have the Tower and the shadow side. Now, the Tower is change. Major change is happening. Something is being removed. Now, this can be a person that's going to, you know, not feel good that this person's being removed. Maybe they're ending a relationship. It could be an apartment that you're losing. It could be literally something quite devastating being taken away, or something very small, you know. But when the Tower comes in, this is saying that this is being taken away for a reason, and it is for a much better reason. It's much better that this is taken away. Now, with it, right next to it, is the shadow side, which is, you know, the devil in the regular tarot, which means that you're focused too much on the material. And that's what I'm getting. So you're putting too much importance on what this is. Say this structure is a tower, right? Look, sometimes tragedies happen, or things are removed from our lives, and the Towers doesn't necessarily feel good at the time, but it is a necessity in order to clear the way for you to move forward. It's like, you know, when there's fires in the forest, then out springs the crocuses and the other, you know, and the other plants push up, and it gives it room. You know, it's like death and rebirth. It's destruction and creation. You can't have one without the other, right? Now, clarifying this is the Seven of Air. So when this is clarifying, it makes me think that you're going to have a challenge somewhere. And this is saying that don't shy away from dealing with this challenge when the Seven of Air comes in. So this is an opportunity for personal growth, right? And not only that, even community. So this is like, look, how you handle this issue, others may not agree with it. But this is saying take into account everybody's position on it. Be kind, be compassionate, and be open. But come from a higher perspective, right? And deal with this challenge in the way that you feel is right, right? Don't listen. It's like, yes, listen to your peers, right? And take their opinions and their point of view into consideration. But don't just go along with them if it messes with your own values. If it compromises your values in any way, then don't. Sometimes you need to be an individual. This is saying that you trust that a creative solution is going to present itself, right? Be open to hearing from everyone, because this is a wonderful opportunity for you to do. You're going to come out much stronger from this experience. And it is about, like, handle it, deal with it, definitely. Don't avoid this situation. You know, this can be like, oh no, looking at this as the worst case scenario, and this is like, oh no, and this is, when this card comes up, it's being careful not to slide down that rabbit hole, you know. There's a solution here. Look, I call my business Live in the Solution, right? When you're in the solution, the problem, I don't want to say the problem ceases to exist, but it doesn't become such a problem. It becomes more like a puzzle and how you can get through it. So when you're focused on the solution, you're not focused so much on the problem. You're focused on getting out of it. If you're focused on the problem, you can't see a solution. Right? So this is definitely an opportunity for you, Aquarius, to, you know, for personal growth and look, release that which doesn't work for you, because don't hang on to it, whatever you do, and definitely deal with it, because there is something much more amazing down the road for you. So sometimes this is just letting a relationship go, letting a friendship go, letting a family member go in some places, letting a job go, letting an apartment or a house go, moving on, and it's always for the best. Aquarius, thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like this video, please. I love you all, and I'll see you next week. To inquire about or purchase any of Mary's services, please email mary@liveinthesolution.com.